Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, osia dem yopo.
Abusia for yamamu akwaba e de moba PENDREAM TV so mesrawo oba PENDREAM TV super bombarding say oba subscribe to the channel mo ane subscribe to the channel who subscribe button no na wo form ho no subscribe e boa e me dwumadi a yedi no ha no eno so ekwa anim ye boa yen enti mesrawo say odi eno so ebe push yen we are like video no na share to other platforms mine na wo adwenkyere bi su ampacha wo hwe video na wo de comment no ato ase na yehu ososo wadwen a wo edifa sa video hu abusia mesraw video me pese me no yekọ ne yekọhwe ane nsem a ekoso e wo manhu asade wonim sade PENDREAM TV de bia ye mamo no yekofa nsem ne ye de abram na mo nkasa mo hu nyoma ekoso wo manhu yenkọ na yenkotie na yemra sesia.
But there is something I want to also address. Paul even said it here, that it turned out that the notice of appeal was not filed. I heard him, I wrote it down.
In fact, Godfred Dame issued a statement and said it didn't come to his notice.
But that would be, I don't, you see, I'm careful. He's my senior at the bar. Really, Attorney General is saying that this document, Umar Sanda, read it. What date is on it?
I have on Eyewitness News yesterday.
What are we doing to this country?
So this is notice of appeal against a conviction and sentence filed by the first accused or appellant. It's dated. Okay, so case number CR 241 2019.
The filing stuff.
It's so the stamp is 9th May 2024
and all
at 2
that,
p.m.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know, Sanda, all that the appellant needs to do is to do this. And Godfred Dame ought to know that the appellant need not do anything beyond this. It wasn't said, was he expecting Sedinam to be holding it and taken to the office of the Attorney General?
Maybe they were not served.
But whom are you blaming? If it is the case, under your tenure, I filed this, assuming it's even the case. I don't even believe it. Because if it didn't come to your attention, that's your setup. I mean, your own, I mean, I don't regulate it. But all I need to do as a defense lawyer is to file this to the court and take my copy. Pay the necessary fees if I have to. Even in criminal, this thing we don't normally pay. Do you understand? But if I file this, I'm done. How you get it is not my issue. So that cannot be the substantive point on which you build your point that the appeal did what and did what. What the court is saying is that there were defects on the charge, and you rightly put out that descent to honorable. You see, the court referenced that point, that it is in the law that if it has not caused any grave what do you call it? Miscarriage of justice. But in this case, it did.
Yes, that's what the judges said.
That's what the judges say. Whether we agree or not, that is why there is a different layer or a higher layer. That is what we should live it with. But to do, I mean, the sentiments and then the emotions and all that, it will not resolve the problem. It will not resolve the problem. This matter of what do you call it? The stay of execution. Yes, it's quite novel but let the courts, because if you read the common law, it's grounded there. But here it's novel. Let us hear the Court of Appeal on it. If they disagree with the Attorney General, whatever. If they don't, but for us to put out statements like the president or the government is, and people are attributing this to how she came in and then all that. Let us not put in a certain narrative and pursue it as though it is the case. The woman eventually, I told you, I sat here with you, and I told you that, Sanda, you don't ask me where the woman is. Go to the prisons and go and find out. You remember on this show? Yeah. Did you do that? No. So you didn't. So who was saying what? That the woman was in my house or in President Mohammed's house? What was the basis for that?
After your house there, that would be dangerous.
So in whose house was she? Doing what? So it turned out that the woman was serving that. But let us also not, for any stretch of imagination, assume that once you are convicted, you don't have any right anymore. Is that what we are trying to say? The woman is a citizen of the Republic and operates within our laws.
A political appointee.
Whatever. It could even be anybody. But she operates under the laws of the Republic, which laws are grounded in our statute. And the statute say that if a court convicts you, you can appeal. The woman appeals, it's not a pardon. The woman appeals and gets this decision that sets her free. The Attorney General says she will proceed to appeal. Let's leave it there. And then if you have any superior legal argument, as I sat here, what are the legal arguments people are making against this rather very sound decision of the justices of the Court of Appeal? If you have superior arguments, raise it. The Attorney General is like, we are all here. We may table all this. If you want to even offer professional advice to the Attorney General, you can go there. We all join you. But to sit
or
here,
can let the Attorney General hire
absolutely,
private
you can. Yes, we all be happy to see you join them. The Attorney General can do that, but the Attorney General himself sees problem with it. The Attorney General, that's why he's appealing. So it means that he's convinced that there is something else he needs to do. So there is no issue. Let him proceed. Then the apex court will determine it. This that shouldn't call for, because I'm saying that if you come to tell us that this one was a miscarriage of justice, is it because it's the Court of Appeal or what? Have you read the decision? If you read the decision, what are the legal arguments you are advancing to counter it? If not, then we should be careful, because most of your people are on trial now. Some of them are on trial. Some have been convicted, and they are going to the same Court of Appeal. If you are saying that it is the government, it is settings, the government found a way to, secure this conviction, do I then also say that in that case, then during your time, that this one cries 3 judges, then during your time, the High Court judge was also manipulated to give the conviction we have? Sandra, you understand me? Because if you say today that the 3 wise men were compromised, is it also the case that during your time, Godfrey Damming's time, he also compromised the High Court judge to come up with the decision we have? So what are we doing to ourselves?
Okay.
This thing will not take us anywhere. It will continue. People will be convicted. They would appeal. Once you use the established structure within the law, let the law take its course. But for anybody to believe that the executive has a hand in it, how is the executive going to have a hand in it? What do we get from it?
Okay.
What do we get from it?
Thank you.
That is my issue. So, Honorable, it is your own people that are politicizing it. Otherwise, we are here to look at the judgment. I have the judgment here. I wanted Paul to raise issues in the judgment. Unfortunately, today he doesn't want to. Page what? What did the court say? That you disagree. What are the lawyers saying? The lawyers you interview, where have they raised issues with regards the legal arguments that has been?
Honorable, the reason why I didn't raise the matters from the courts is that whilst you and other
you
NDC,
said we should leave the law.
You and I didn't say you should leave the law. You and NDC people have such a spirited defense of the Court of Appeal decision.
That's the decision.
Yes, it seems to contrast sharply with the Attorney General, the head of your legal situation.
Absolutely, that's right.
It seems that the Attorney General thinks that
he is the only appointee that is prescribed in the Constitution.
But it looks like the Attorney General looks at the judgment and will disagree with all of what people are saying.
Yes.
And that's interesting for me.
That's good.
And that's why I don't want to raise anything in the judgment. Because these are all of you belong to one side. The Attorney General is the boss. The Attorney General's clear reaction is that I have disagree with this.
What is your opinion on it?
And then, no, how do I have an opinion when one group? My opinion will be that it's
which page?
That's why my opinion will be political. My opinion will be political because
why is it political? All of you are not even a politician.
Yes,
I don't know what
all of you under Dominic Ayini are saying that the judgment is bad.
All of us under who?
All of you under Dominic Ayini are saying the judgment is bad.
You see why you do so?
Dominic Ayini, you are saying the judgment is good.
A decision.
Wait, all of you under Dominic Ayini.
You and the MPP also have a decision.
All of you on Dominic Ayini say the judgment is good.
And you and the MPP.
Dominic Ayini said the judgment is bad. So I'm watching.
So you and your MPP towards your position.
I'm looking at my
what's your position? You and MPP.
The MPP is here to issue a statement on it.
But the people you interview who align with you, what did they say about the judgment?
They discuss the judgment.
What did they say? Page what? What does it say? Let us stop what you are doing.
But what's the point you are making?
It is important. Talk about the judgment.
If you have a view of the judgment,
philosophy.
No, if you have a view of the judgment, publish it.
Yes, we have.
You don't need anybody to publish it.
We are here now. We are here. We are discussing the judgment. Talk the judgment.
So you talk the judgment. So you want to talk.
But you don't.
Why are you inviting me to talk about it?
You don't talk philosophy.
But why are you inviting me to talk about the judgment?
But that is what we have.
Dominic Ayini disagrees with it. That's what I would say about it.
Yes. So
Dominic Ayini disagrees with it.
So we thank God
that Attorney General disagrees with it.
We thank God.
All right.
Yeah,
so you and your MPP,
the Attorney General,
he's
a leader of the bar. He disagrees with the judgment.
I'm saying that you should stop what you are doing.
Stop doing
Because what we have is a judgment. If you have
a judgment with Attorney General disagrees
people
with,
you interview,
your Attorney General they disagree with it.
Have them look at this.
Why?
That is how
you want to be my producer. You want to be my producer.
Unfortunately, I don't have that
You want to be
power.
my producer.
Unfortunately, I don't have that power.
The people I interview, I should let them do it. Are you a producer of Good Evening Ghana?
This is the law.
You want to produce the program.
This is the position of the law.
You're a very intelligent man. Come and produce the program. We like you.
Unfortunately, I can't do it. Who am I?
Why you come and tell me that? Ask your guest. What question should I? You are not a producer of my program. But we are happy for you to be a producer. Be a producer of the program. And tell us what questions to ask the guest.
He said that the politics.
We should leave the law. Can we build this nation? This is the law. This is the law. Can we build this nation without the law? Can we build the nation without the law? No, tell me. Can we do that?
There is a foundation.
It's the foundation. In fact, it's the end.
But he also explains
that what?
That
what? Because look, the reason the law is important is that we have different shades of opinion.
Yeah.
So if your opinion is what should guide, and I have a contrary opinion, what happens? We are dealing with the law. Sedinam Tamakloe was convicted not based on your prejudice, your perception.
He said
was Sedinam not convicted based on the law?
Yeah, he was.
So why is the law an advanced form of it out, and you don't want to discuss it?
Paul's argument is that he is not learned, but the learned,
it doesn't matter.
The chief learned.
I didn't say that. I said that.
But that's a fact.
He's inviting me to ask a certain line of questions of my guest.
No, you are here today. I wanted to hear you. That's why I brought
my producer.
Yes, I've heard you on Good Evening Ghana.
Yes,
that's yours. But today you are on big.
But if you want to be
and
a
the
producer,
big issue, the big issue. That's why I brought this big this thing, because the big issue. This is not Good Evening Ghana. You called us to. Look at what the law is, which is the judgment. Yeah. So all you said, I wanted to hear you look at the judgment page. What did the court say, rather than the philosophy or
the only way you can say that.
Science.
The only way you can say that if the host feels I didn't answer his questions, that's when you can say that.
No, that's
you
my
have to
view.
understand the context of program. If the host says I didn't answer his question, that's when you can say that.
It's
but you a co-panelist cannot say that you didn't answer the question that was asked because I brought the law. No, you don't determine that we're on the same page. The host does. Yeah, please understand these things. No, please understand these things. The host does. Understand these things, boss.
Yes, but I have that right to also
understand these things.
You've also stated your opinion. So
yes, honorable, please understand these things. I beg you, understand these things. If the host feels that a guest hasn't answered his questions, that's valid.
No,
but another guest cannot say that. Another guest cannot say that.
You come and talk about your wife here, you mind you.
No, fair enough.
No, it's true. I know you how you handle it. It's for the viewers to determine.
Let's leave it
that also.
So that's the viewers determine.
I've heard you. I came here and I know that what we have is a decision of the Court of Appeal.
And you stick to it.
As far as I'm concerned, Sedinam Tamakloe was convicted based on the law.
Very well.
So the foundation of all this discussion is law.
Okay.
So if you come and you want to discuss anything, it shouldn't be political science. It shouldn't be philosophy. It's the law, the judgment.
All right.
That is what we should be discussing.
Obusiafo medamase se mo enya aso ene ebrenya abre tibitna se ehwe eye video yi ne PENDREAM TV suni se de bia ye kano no mesrew se obe subscribe to the channel no na like video no share na eto other platforms so emayen na wo share wi a ne asrew se wo adwenkyire bia fato comment section no ase efamayen ane fato comment section no ase efamayen na yehu ososo wadwenkyere ane ene Ghana de se ya ena abrebia no eko saa so ne be make sure say ensem bia ekosom PENDREAM TV ye de bebro PENDREAM TV ye se edam yopo
Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV de ose edam yopo